Hi guys, Steve here, and today I'm going to show you how to make meat jerky. Ideally when you've leveled up, you want an industrial grill to cook the meat, a refrigerator to store the meat, and a preservation bin to dry the meat and turn it into jerky. If you can, build two grills next to each other so you can cook faster. If you're on a lower tech level, you can make do with a few campfires and a preservation bin, but you won't be making as much jerky as you would do with the other setup. We'll start by taking a large carnivore out to kill large dinosaurs and gather a lot of meat. Something big like a T-Rex is best, because it can kill fast and then move on quickly. It will also give you more prime meat than you would get from a smaller dinosaur. Prime meat is the most important to get because you'll be turning it to prime meat jerky, and that's what most other kibbles use. However, you get it in smaller amounts than normal meat and it rots quickly. The best way to get a large amount of prime meat is to kill the alpha dinosaurs, like the Alpharaptor, Carno or T-Rex. I received 5 prime meat from killing that horse, but I received 70 for killing that Alpharaptor. The resources are boosted on this server, and you also get 1 or 2 good items. So if you want to get loads of prime meat, killing alphas is the best way. However, it rots really quickly, so when you've got a good amount, take it back to your base as fast as possible. You might have noticed that any perishables last longer if you keep them inside your dinosaur. The spoil timer is at 7 minutes 50 at the moment, and that's because the prime meat's inside the T-Rex. However, if I drag it over to my inventory, that timer drops down to 1 minute 55, while the meat inside the T-Rex still remains over 7 minutes. So you need to keep it inside your dinosaur as long as possible. Then when you're back at base, cook it as quickly as you can, and that'll extend its life. You will have lots of separate bits of meat, so if you try and move them over individually, it'll take a long time and lots of it will go off. So instead, quickly transfer over everything to you, then run to your grill and start cooking. Transfer all the meat over to the grill and then turn it on. It takes a short time to cook, but as you wait the spoil counter's ticking down. I've got 2 grills, so while that's cooking, I want to put the meat in the other one. The meat should have cooked now in the first grill, so I'll go back to it and put more in. Cooking the prime meat extends its life to 45 minutes, plus it's all been bundled into one group, so it'll just spoil one at a time. All the prime meat's being cooked now, but once it's done that, it'll just carry on cooking the normal raw meat. Getting the prime, taking it back to your base and cooking it is a frantic bit, because you're on a spoil timer, and you've got to get it cooked before it goes off. But once it's been cooked, you can relax a bit. That's the important part done. Now I'm just going to put the rest of the meat on the grill and let it carry on cooking. That's enough cooked meat, so I'm going to store the surplus. Being cooked, the normal meat lasts 20 minutes, and it will spoil one at a time because it's in a group. Cooked prime meat now lasts 45 minutes, and again because it's in a group, it'll spoil one at a time. To extend the meat's life even further, you can put the meat inside a refrigerator. You want to do this with all the perishables you're not using. The prime meat time is now extended to 3 days for each piece to spoil, and the normal meat is over a day for each piece, but it doesn't really matter about that because that's easy to get. You can make prime meat jerky and jerky both at the same time, so I'll just drag enough meat over so we can do that. But when I move it over, the timer will revert back to what it was when we were carrying it, because it's not in a refrigerator anymore. It's best to have a good store of meat so you can constantly make jerky. When you've got your cooked meat, you'll be making a jerky inside your preservation bin. You'll need spark powder to fuel the bin. This also extends a meat's life, and a supply of oil to create the jerky. Once you have those inside the preservation bin, just drag the meat over. In here the prime meat now lasts 7 hours for each piece, and the normal meat lasts around 3. All you have to do now is wait, as it takes about 1 hour to make each jerky. Because a spore timer is shorter in the preservation bin than it is on the refrigerator, it's best to keep all your excess meat in the fridge, then just put it in the preservation bin when you need it. You can make do with just one preservation bin, but it could take you days to get jerky to make a kibble for the dinosaur you want to tame, as it's such a slow process. So to get around that, you could build many preservation bins. I'm going to start filling these up, then skip forward a few hours. It's now around 3 hours later, so let's see what we've got. And there's our jerky. Because it takes so long to make, it's best to set it up and then leave it overnight. That way you know you're going to have a batch of jerky in the morning. So you can use it to produce kibble, which is a dinosaur superfood. If you don't know how to make kibble, you can click this link. It will help you tame dinosaurs in a fraction of the time, as well as add 50 plus levels. Kibble makes taming so much easier. Well, that's it guys. Thanks for watching, and if this has been helpful, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the links of other helpful videos at the end, and hopefully I'll see you again. Goodbye.